there is nothing good saving grace about Disney Star Wars, because the Acolyte, I didn't know what was going to happen yesterday. I got halfway through the day before I realized, oh shit, there's a new Acolyte trailer, but it's only a minute and 40 seconds, 45 seconds. That's all it is. The previous one was longer. And they say official trailer. This is the official trailer. And it's really short. So have you guys seen this yet? I have.
Nope.
I
haven't seen it.
Okay. Say stop whenever you want.
Okay.
Say stop. Well, actually, you'll probably want to let it go so you get through it. But let's go. Let's do this. Are you ready?
Last night,
hang on. No closed caption.
a Jedi was murdered.
Oh, God, she used the Force to pick up her knife. Isn't that great? From the studio that brought you The Mandalorian and Andor and Ahsoka. Okay, so
that's not a good track record. That's not a good start.
No, so you got a shot of the Jedi Temple. Congratulations, a familiar image. And now here comes characters you don't know or care about.
The Jedi.
What the fuck is that thing?
That is Daphne Keene.
What do they do to my girl? How they make that young girl look ugly?
She's actually matured pretty well over the years.
Yeah.
She's not.
Yeah, I think she's 18, 19 now.
Yeah, she's gotten out of that awkward looking phase. So what she is, though, she's a hybrid, Dermy, of a race that appeared once in the Clone Wars. That's what she is. You look troubled.
She doesn't look like a Star Wars character. And it's beige. Look at all the beige.
There you go.
I'm telling you, this is the beige show.
Yeah. So she's in this, and she's a Padawan who's going to be joining the squad to hunt the Jedi Hunter. But yeah, so she's a hybrid. She's a half something or other. Something Dave Filoni created that George did not.
Justify their galactic dominance.
Okay. Listen to this. Let's go back a little bit. Here comes the propaganda. Because remember, this is Leslie Headland.
Her
sister to Harvey Weinstein, monster who gatekept for a monster. She's making this about your point of view. And she's trying to tell us that maybe bad guys aren't as bad as you see them. So let's listen to that line again. Let's go back a little bit, and I'll let the whole line play.
Justify their galactic dominance.
Jedi.
In the name of peace. But
the Jedi justified their galactic dominance in the name of peace. So let's just start denigrating the Jedi. Go ahead.
Remember, I think it was last year during Star Wars whatever, in which they had the cast even come out that, there's no good and evil.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
it's all shades of gray, and it all depends on where you're looking from.
Your truth. It's like you can be whatever you want.
I always remember that one bitch going like, Star Wars was always very patriarchal. And as the crowd cheers, she goes like, yes.
Yes, queen.
Those are the people in that crowd right there. Yes, queen crowd. That's the people who don't care. They're just there to be caught up in it. Oh, I'm so excited to wave my light stick and cheer while I wear a mask. I mean, that's what they care about. And this is what Leslie Headland cares about. Not telling a Star Wars story, telling her story, because she just loves the world of Star Wars.
That peace is a lie.
All right, see, that's a subjective thing to use, because that is the beginning of the Sith Creed.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is this, because I've made it my business to stay as far away from this Disney Star Wars garbage as far as I possibly could throw it. Is this story supposed to be from the perspective of the Sith? Is that what this is supposed to be?
Well, the main character, little Whammons right here. She's our protagonist in this. She is the Acolyte, serving a Sith Lord who has no business existing in this period and interacting with the Jedi in this way. And she's assassinating Jedi, and her twin is apparently a part of the Jedi Order as a spy, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so if and I'm just playing devil's advocate here because like I said, I've made it. I'm not going to lay my eyes on this garbage under any circumstance. God knows, Adam. I know you're going
my
to sink
job.
your teeth
It's
into
my
it.
job, not
You're going to
yours.
do your thing.
Yeah.
But
It's
my
pure
thing
fan
is this.
fiction. I don't care.
Yeah, this is beyond fan fiction. Fan fiction is at least entertaining. This is garbage. So
Yeah.
what only thing I'm trying to understand is maybe if I'm looking at it from a perspective of the villains, I can see myself as the hero. But maybe I'm just thinking
No.
critically.
You're right on top. Leslie Headland has come out and said, I am writing this to show you basically that the Jedi are maybe not as good as you think they are, and the Sith are maybe misunderstood. She's basically said that. That you have to understand that it's not about good or evil. It's about perceptions of good and evil.
Man, the Sith aren't that bad, guys. They just kept running amok of everything. They led wars. If you actually
Sith
follow their
Empire
creed,
never
they're
just dominated and hurt the galaxy with its rule ever. No, never did that.
no, never. It's not like we even have movies of that. It's not like that's
Yeah.
actually deep in the lore that they are pure evil.
Well, I commented about this a week or so ago. Leslie Headland's definition of the Force in balance is that the Force only works if you are in balance. And when you're not in balance, that's why maybe the Force doesn't answer your call. So you have to have inner balance and inner peace. And it's not about the light. Balance only exists when the light keeps the dark in check.
Does this woman have any credibility?
No,
Okay.
because she's a lesbian.
Ah,
And that's all she does.
okay. Got
And
it.
it's all about being queer with her.
All I'm gonna say is, Adam, correct me if I'm wrong, but before the Rule 2 was in place, you always had the Sith basically killing each other off for power
Yes,
and dominance.
that is why
Yeah.
Darth Bane instituted the rule of two, because they kept their strongest Sith kept killing each other in an endless power struggle. Because what happened was after the Sith Empire, during the time of Revan and stuff like that, after Emperor Vitiate, after he finally lost power, his multiple forms, there was never another Sith Emperor. So all the Sith Lords kept fighting with each other for dominance. There was never an emperor. There was just a Sith Lord at the top, and they just kept killing each other one after another. And it diminished the power. So Darth Bane essentially said, "That's it. Fuck all y'all. I'm gonna kill all of you. I'm gonna centralize power with me and create the rule of two." Just a master and apprentice, or as I call it, the 2.5, because then the apprentice always has a secret apprentice. This show is setting up a premise that doesn't make any sense, with Sith running around, and you realize every single Jedi you see in this series will have to die to protect what's going to happen here. So let's keep going. So we're not going to carry on Trinity with her lightsaber.
Jedi are being hunted.
Why does this dude have to have this haircut? I mean, seriously. I just don't understand that.
That's the new black standard for.
Okay. Is he black?
He's some type of half breed.
Okay. All right. See, I needed you to say that for me. Thank you, Trey.
Wait, what?
What?
What the fuck just happened there?
I don't know.
It's Matrix assassination.
But
He's
he's
an
standing
just
there.
standing there.
I guess. I don't know. We're gonna find out.
If he's a Jedi, shouldn't he have been able to censor?
Well, there's gonna be a lot of Force Kung Fu in this.
Fuck this shit.
You know what, Dermy? This is for making me listen to those AI songs on Friday. Okay, that's what this is.
I will do it again.
She was my student. I trained her. Let me be the one to bring her in.
Diversity and inclusion. Listen, I don't know who these people are, but their acting is dog shit and their dialogue is dog shit. I'm just saying that. I gotta ask you, is this music doing anything for you guys?
No, this isn't Star Wars. I don't get it.
No. I mean, there are individuals out there who are perfect John Williams clones that they can echo his music. Just go listen to the Hogwarts Legacy soundtrack. It sounds like John Williams. It wasn't written by John Williams. It wasn't scored by him. There are people out there who can mimic his sound. Give them work. If you're going to do this, go to those people. Have them do it. They know how to. This sounds like something I can't even place what this sounds like. It's like a bad video game, I guess. I don't know.
I sense this is only a small part of.
Okay, right there. Right there. The stands are, come on, work today. Work, go back. God damn it. Haven works, it doesn't work.
A small part.
The stands are wetting themselves over this character because she is a character from the High Republic books who started out as a Padawan, and now they're, oh my God, there she is, a Jedi Master. And they're going, there's our girl. And my
I
response
have a question.
is, nobody know who this bitch is.
That was my question.
Nobody know who this is. No, not a single normie, not a single actual Star Wars fan knows who this is. And they want to talk about how she's got a lightsaber whip, and they're trying to make it as though that's a big thing. Yeah, guess what? Lumia did it first 30 years ago.
Exactly.
Lumia did it first. We're halfway done of this minute and 50-second trailer.
Of a larger plan.
Now, what is this? They're worshiping in black eyes. What the hell is this? That's not how the Force works. Your eyes aren't going to go all black because you've been influenced by a Force doohickey.
Some sort of shift to tip the scales.
Once again, a misconception of balance. And here's our Sith Lord.
It's time to face the past.
Time to face the past and maybe let it die, because that's their favorite phrase around here.
Destiny is not decided for you by an anonymous force.
What the fuck was that?
What?
The
Where?
black bitch. Like a
Oh.
crowd of people behind her.
That's from I think the flashback. Yeah, that's patriarchy chick who for saying
Yeah, it's patriarchy, bitch. And now I'm just seeing her surrounded by women going like, I'm Jesus.
Well,
Oh,
listen.
fuck off.
I don't know. Maybe they're worshiping her gayness.
Is she Force Jesus?
I don't know.
She might be now, because who
Well-
isn't Force Jesus at this point?
That is fair.
By an anonymous force. If you want to pull the thread and change everything, then pull it.
Here's our Sith Lord. All right, now, what do you think of that mask there? You guys, can you see it? It's got a mask with like teeth on it. I mean,
That's
Dermy,
not Star Wars.
you like anime. Doesn't that remind you of Chainsaw Man a little bit right there?
It reminds me it doesn't remind me of Chainsaw Man. This
Okay.
reminds me of All for One.
There you go. That's good. Another good
Because
one.
All for One was actually based off of Darth Vader.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because the creator of My Hero Academia is a huge Star Wars fan. If you start actually like following the story of My Hero Academia, you can see some of the influences of like Obi-Wan.
I'd have to
Yoda,
go
some of
back
the-
and do that. Yeah, you know, I know.
And then
yeah.
that's why a huge fan theory was that All for One's actually Deku's father. That's a huge fan theory because
Oh.
of just how much it's influenced by Star Wars. So I take a look at this. It's like that's All for One's mask, and then I'm also thinking, God damn, they really love to use fucking masks in this.
Well,
They
I
got
mean,
they
the
got
Sith-
Darth Vader.
yeah,
the
this-
Sith-
Well, the
Go
Sith
ahead.
like their masks. They do like their masks in the lore. They like to wear shit or change it up.
But they look cool.
Yeah, that looks cool. Look at Star Wars: The Old Republic. There are numerous helmets you can put on to make your Sith look badass, or respirators, or like that. This is just bad cosplay right here. It looks cheap. You can see how plastic this looks right here.
They're trying to make it look like menacing and intense, and oh my god, look at the cracks on it. Oh, look, he's old, he's awesome, and it's like he looks like he's
Well,
walking around with his mouth like.
now I am not an expert on this period. That's why I say there are some who are better than I and certain things. But at this point in time, I believe Darth Tenebris should be the Darth in charge right now. The master to Plagueis. I think, and he's a bit. That ain't a bit.
Adam, I think your knowledge is null and void at this point because these folks just made up a bunch of nonsense and just threw it on the screen.
But Dre, they're marketing this as the prequel to the prequels. They've been marketing this as the prequel to Phantom Menace. They've started doing that in the marketing.
And I've been marketing hot farts as prequels to diarrhea. So it's all the same to me, because like all the knowledge that you have, or that our collective Star Wars knowledge, means cock all at this point.
Yeah, I know.
Because they've taken, and Adam, I know exactly what you're thinking. I know exactly where you're going, because you're trying to use real Star Wars to justify Disney Star Wars existence. It can't be done.
Well, I'm not trying to justify it.
No. I mean, as far as trying to be being in a timeline, because you have an analytical mind and you know what you're talking about. These people don't care. First and foremost. Secondly, even if they followed your timeline, the timeline that you know, love, and understand means nothing.
Because the High Republic doesn't exist in that time.
It's not real.
Thing.
It's not real.
That's why I've been going around telling everybody this is fanfic. It's not Star Wars. There's nothing connecting this to real Star Wars in any way, shape, or form. But it's based off of another fan fiction called Let's Get High Republic that fails over and over and over again, where you have some sort of non-binary, over-sexualized freaking Han Solo motherfucker that sleeps with a rock.
Oh, no.
He might have actually just made that up.
No, the pilot that goes around with the rock. Sleeps with everything.
He does.
His bio said that he slept with everything.
And he
goes around with a rock. Okay. And the vessel, that's called the vessel.
I remember that. The ship was.
So he has rock sex?
He must have rock sex, because it's blatantly clear that he will sleep with anything. And he travels with a rock. He's sleeping with a goddamn rock.
And this is the High Republic. This is the end of the High Republic. It's talking about the fall of the Jedi, but maybe the Jedi deserve it, because that's an argument they keep making this. Maybe the Jedi deserve to fall.
And that is something that always bothers me with this new Disney Star Wars nonsense. Why are classical heroes, well, and I guess this is just Disney in general, the idea of the classical heroes are somehow secretly the villains the whole time. That is really starting to boil my piss, because for anybody that understands that the classic heroes is what everybody wants to see, and that's what people want to emulate. But the idea that you're saying, oh, the guys that you think are really good aren't really that good. Now, first and foremost, no one is perfect, and I got no problem with the imperfect organization, just like George Lucas had depicted in the prequel movies. Like, yes, the Jedi, they thought they were doing right, but they were really corrupt.
There was a lot wrong with the old Jedi Order. I mean,
that's perfectly fine. But to say that they are the bad guys is insane. Because even if you have a problem with the Jedi Order, I'll go on, Dermy. I'm sorry.
There's a difference between being flawed and being bad.
Exactly.
The Jedi Order was flawed. They went down a path. They were very archaic, rigid and archaic in a lot of the ways they did. They weren't willing to change for the better. But that's how the Sith got in there and corrupted one of them and then moved on. Luke comes around and does change the order for the better.
Yep.
It's good to have material possessions and material connections.
The connections are worth it. It broadens your connection to the light side, because your compassion isn't just a compassion for everything. It is actual love.
Exactly.
And it feeling that kind of emotion won't take you down the dark path. It won't cause your passions to inflame. It actually helps you get tempered. And those are lessons of Luke's new Jedi Order. Anyway, but this looks ridiculous. We got a couple more seconds. The Acolyte.
So where's Yoda?
I don't know. They're probably going to save him for a cameo towards the end.
He's going to come out here and go like, have you try butt sex, you must.
Here's the thing, though. If they put in Yoda, when they have to, because he is active, he's 700 years old at this point. I don't know if he's actually Grandmaster in their fake timeline right here, but he's active. He's there with all this shit going on. How can he not be aware of these events? and then in Phantom Menace be completely blind
Good point.
to what's going on, and be surprised that there's a Sith Lord out there.
Wait a minute. You're Adam, you're right. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. The idea is that Sith had not been seen in a millennia. That was the whole story.
That's the line that the stands keep trying to say. Well, it doesn't mean that they can't be here. The show's going to show us how it did happen. Shut up. Just shut up.
But it would mean they're right. It doesn't mean that they weren't there.
Yeah.
It just means the Jedi never encountered them. So having the Jedi encounter them is a problem.
And that's the problem that the stands don't really want to have a real conversation about, and they keep up making excuses for why the Jedi can encounter Sith here, and the Phantom Menace doesn't line up with it. Because guess what? That's what Dave Filoni does, or Leslie Headland does with the permission of Dave Filoni. Hack up the timeline, hack up the lore to suit whatever crap you're putting out. So there it is. The latest Acolyte trailer. I'll be surprised if we get another one in the next 3 weeks, because we're 3.5 weeks away. We are June 4th. I will be there. 2-episode premiere. Pray for me.
Oh fuck! What day is June 4th?
I believe it's a Wednesday or Thursday.
So my reviews will be coming out on weekends.
I know it's not a Friday because it made me happy, because then I don't have to rush it and get it out before FNT starts. So I was very happy that it wasn't on a Friday. I'm pretty sure it's a Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I'm reloading this. The ratio.
Yes, the ratio. I have. Oh, you know what? I have it right here. Well, what's yours at? Mine's at. I'll bring it back up. I had it because I when I refreshed it for when we were going to do this. For me, it was at 61K to 50K. It's been slowly ratioed since last night.
Mine's a little different. I'm just different by about 1K each.
Okay. All right. Well, I saved this like an hour ago. So
yeah. Yeah, and also these like to dislike things, they're not perfect, but mine's at like 1K difference.
Yeah. So but either way, this thing has been ratioed. Mm-hmm. And the comments they haven't turned comments yet. Unlike Mufasa, they haven't turned off the comments yet. God damn it, wrong window. Did it again. Let's just quick look. Let's see if there's anything funny in here. The ones I've been seeing is, what are you? I'm your father, brother's, nephew's, cousin's former roommate.
What does that make us? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. What are you? Good question for another time.
What are you? Great video over there.
Trying. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, well, yeah, that's your video. Yeah, because I am unfortunately subscribed to your channel on this account. What are you trying to reach out with your speeders extended warranty? This is the classic thing now. Mm-hmm. This is the classic burn that the real fans do. They take a really bad line of dialogue and we twist it and we make fun of the meme on it.
What are you? Villain. And I took it personally.
I mean, it's funny. So these what are yous? That's the new meme of this. What are you? What are you? And that's the thing. What are you? You're crap is what you are. You're not interesting. You're forced. It's not at all entertaining. And this thing is gonna bomb so massively. It's gonna be because Dre, you watched Bad Batch.
I did.
Not even Samba has released numbers on Bad Batch viewership.
They don't want to see that.
Look for it.
If Samba's not releasing those numbers, that means it's not even on their radar.
Exactly. Nobody watched Bad Batch.
This came like when Samba TV tracks stuff. That's actually kind of important. One of the things that I was pointing out during Doctor Who's time is it never cracked Samba TV's top 10 streaming. They didn't do anything with it. They didn't measure how much viewership it was getting during the 60th and the first Christmas special. Not once did it crack those numbers. So if it's not being on those numbers, if they're not tracking it, they don't care about it because it's irrelevant.
Yeah, it's that's the thing. It's not relevant. That is the perfect word to use. Disney Star Wars is irrelevant. Nobody cares about it. Ahsoka's finale was down several 100,000 viewers from its peak of like 1.3. It was in the 700,000s, 800,000s. Nobody watched it. People will show the initial premiere of Acolyte will probably have a record because people are going to show up and be curious. And then myself and every other reviewer are going to rip it to shreds for our amusement and our subscribers and chat's amusements. And then it's going to just plummet while the stands are going to circle jerk themselves into ecstasy and say how peak it is. We're going to point and laugh. And then they're going to call us haters and say, oh, you don't get it. You're toxic. This and that. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Check out my gaming channel at Renaissance Nerd Arcade and follow me on X Twitter under @TheRedNerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.